Night on the South today. A difficult walk down memory lane is released in Christchurch, bringing stories from the 2011 quakes to life. A group of Dunedin friends are helping those affected by the northern floods with high fashion at the rugby clubrooms. And mountain bikers make the most of a snow-free Coronet Peak over the weekend with some high-speed action. Kia ora, good evening. I'm Hannah Wilkins. An innovative audio project is uncovering personal stories from the Christchurch earthquake and bringing them to a new audience. Earthquake Stories is a free listening tour aiming to bridge the gap between the pre-quake and post-quake city.
Experiencing the streets of Christchurch before and after the Canterbury earthquake. All you need is a smartphone to unlock this free audio experience.
We couldn't see the damage to the cathedral then, it was just too much dust.
A self-guided tour that takes you around key sites, including the Christchurch Cathedral and the former Forsyth Bar building.
It's a 30-minute memory walk that takes you from Quake City Museum to the Earthquake Memorial. And along the way you hear stories from people who were in the city on the 22nd of February 2011.
The tour's creators acknowledge the experience may be difficult for some with direct memories of the disaster.
We believe that storytelling is a really important part of healing, so we hope that that's what it can offer to residents.
The audio tour has been released to mark the 12th anniversary of the 2011 Christchurch earthquake that claimed 185 lives. In Christchurch, the South today.
Dunedin police are closer to unravelling the chain of events leading up to a crash that damaged 3 cars on Saturday afternoon. The incident happened around 3:30 at the intersection of Hope and Stafford Street. 2 fire crews attended the scene and a St John spokesperson reported 1 person was treated at Dunedin Hospital. This morning, Dunedin police revealed the cause of the collision. An SUV driven by an unlicensed 15-year-old driver failed to give way at the intersection, running into a passing car. Police believe the SUV had been taken from the driver's parents without permission, and the young driver has been referred to youth aid. A group of Dunedin friends have banded together to fight floods with fashion. Through the generosity of the public, they've organised a fundraiser selling clothes to help those affected by Cyclone Gabrielle.
Sifting through a selection of designer clothes, preparing to sell them off for those in need. 6 Dunedin friends have pulled together to put on a fundraiser for the victims of Cyclone Gabrielle after watching the storm's devastating effect on northern communities. They'll be selling off a range of second-hand clothing donated from all over the South Island.
To be honest, there's thousands of items. It's been overwhelming and phenomenal.
The fundraiser also includes prizes donated by local businesses, from Airbnb stays to food vouchers. The clothing selection includes a bunch of local and international designer labels.
All of the local Dunedin fashion brands and plus a whole raft of other stuff. So there's something for everybody and we've got really good price points.
The sale's being held this Sunday at the Kaikorai Rugby Club with entry by gold coin donation. All proceeds plus any unsold clothing will be donated to the Red Cross. In Dunedin, the South today.
An Invercargill woman's sense of empathy for Ukraine has motivated her to step up, pushing her on an endurance walk to fundraise for those suffering.
Nursing student Henny Hopsu has completed her marathon 24-hour hike around the Bluff Hill Loop track, raising over $2,000 for the charity Kiwi Care in Ukraine. The keen tramper managed to get around the 7.4 kilometre track 13 times, completing her walk the day after the 1-year anniversary of the invasion. She says she's very grateful for all the love and support she received leading up to the gruelling challenge.
Seeing the good in humanity is where the hope and light is, so it's been really lovely to see that, and I've gotten so many lovely messages and stuff that really show that people do care, so it's been really heartwarming.
The journey didn't come without its obstacles, but Hopsu is ecstatic with the result and is glad she pushed herself for such a good cause. In Bluff, the South today.
Port Otago is on course for a bumper cruise season as the industry rebounds from the disruptions of the past 2 years. Port Otago Chief Executive Kevin Winders says Dunedin is well on the way to welcoming 200,000 visitors across the gangplank this summer season. The port admits that a bottleneck of bookings in January and February, coinciding with a shortage of bus drivers, has prompted a rethink on smoother scheduling next year. With 2 large vessels in port today and 16 more arrivals still to go, the port estimates the cruise industry has boosted the local economy by $60 million this summer. Coronet Peak might be lacking in snow at the moment, but there was plenty of high-speed downhill action on the slopes over the weekend. The National Mountain Bike Championships drew hundreds up the mountain, steep ski field terrain offering the perfect testing ground for competitors.
Hot on the trail as the 2023 Mountain Bike National Champs takes off on Coronet Peak in Queenstown. 150 riders have travelled from across the country to the resort town to take each other on in the 2-day event. The championships is broken up into 2 categories, cross-country and downhill. Each event has divisions ranging from under 15 all the way up to masters, allowing riders of all ages and skill levels to take on the hill.
Yeah, so seating went well. Good for the amount of nerves that I had dropping in.
Yeah, it's been going good. I mean, my seating run was a bit sloppy, just too many mistakes, but that's what seating runs are for, you know, iron out the mistakes for your race run.
Spectators were treated to a show as riders flew down the track over jumps and rocks in under 3.5 minutes. Kiwi legend Jess Blewett says she's happy to see so many women at the event after recently hosting the Coronet Peak Ladies Ride.
A big thing I gotta say is there's a lot of chicks, so yeah, it's really cool to see a lot of girls out racing. Yeah.
Jess Blewett finished her day with a gold medal in the elite women's downhill, and Toby Meek taking first place in the elite men's division. In Queenstown, the South Today.
Whaiakane, still to come on the South Today. A Southern school celebration 50 years in the making brings together students from all walks of life. And a big week of golf tees off in Queenstown with an early win for a proud Kiwi.
Great Britain has a collection of varied landscapes and countryside to rival anywhere else in the world.
And the best way to see it is to walk.
You're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer. You owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Garage Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garage quality service. Garage Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Aero, used by Australia's top bowlers with their unique Z-scoop grip that redefines the game. Machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy, Aero, same line, every time.
Drive away your way with 3 incredible offers on the Honda CR-V Adventure Ready range. Choose from 2.9% finance with 0 deposit, third finance, or lease a new CR-V from just $136 per week. These offers are only available for a limited time, so be in quick. From Honda.
Earth is a planet of extremes. Extreme places and extreme animals. But some animals are more extreme than others. Join us as we count down to find the most unusual, the most extraordinary, the most extreme.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. Old friends gathered in Gore over the weekend to reminisce about their time together at school. Longford Intermediate celebrated its 50th anniversary, with former pupils returning for a reunion as the school's time comes to an end.
Different generations celebrating together as a local Gore school reaches half a century. Longford Intermediate hosted a late two-day reunion over the weekend to commemorate their 50th anniversary after COVID-19 restrictions prevented a gathering last year. More than 100 people attended the get-together, catching up with old friends and looking back on the good old days.
Been a lot of reminiscing and a lot of laughter and looking at the photos and saying, oh yes, I remember them, and I wonder where they are now.
The school has seen many come and go, but after Dana Turnbull left the school as a pupil in the 90s, she returned as a teacher in 2002. She looks back fondly at the 3 years she spent working at Longford. It was her first teaching job, launching her career.
I feel really privileged to have been a staff member here and a pupil. I feel like Longford gave me a really great background and platform.
The reunion was a bittersweet occasion for some, as the intermediate will be amalgamating with Gore High School next year. In Gore, the South Today.
A big week of golfing got underway in Queenstown over the weekend with the Lake Tiwa Pro-Am tournament. New Zealand pro Kiwi Mountcastle took home the prize, a welcome warm-up win ahead of the New Zealand Open, which kicks off at Millbrook later this week.
Golfers are teeing up as the inaugural Lake Tiwa Pro-Am gets underway at Queenstown's Jacks Point. Players from across the globe have come to the spectacular resort to have a crack at the $50,000 purse, as well as settling in leading up to the New Zealand Opens. The three-day event kicks off with a gala dinner, followed by a practice and warm-up, and finishes off with the tournament. 30 teams comprising of 1 pro and 3 amateurs are contesting the 18-hole event, with big names such as Kiwi golfer Steve Alker on the green. In Queenstown, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. A new self-guided audio tour through the 2011 Canterbury quakes has come to life thanks to first-hand stories. 6 women have organised a fundraiser for the victims of Cyclone Gabrielle by selling second-hand designer clothes. And the National Mountain Bike Champs were held on Coronet Peak, with competitors racing down the dried-out ski field. And now we'll look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome Mike Houlihan. Hello Mike.
Hello.
What can we expect in tomorrow's paper?
Well, we'll be revisiting the issue of the hospital and the proposed cuts to it. Some of our local mayors have expressed concern that there's been a lack of consultation and listening to local concerns on the hospital. Yeah. Perhaps coincidentally, Te Whare today have apologised for the lack of communication about what's happening with the project and promised to do better, so we'll wait and see and hold them to account on that. Also, we've got coverage of the ongoing cavalcade through the region at the moment.
Yes.
We're having a look at road deaths in the Southland. There's been a big spike in them recently and asking why. And no doubt our sports team will be covering off Kane Williamson becoming the highest Test cricket run scorer in New Zealand history today.
Yeah, fantastic news for cricket fans today.
Great player. He's a remarkable man.
Look, thank you for sharing with us this evening, Mike, and we look forward to reading the ODT.
No worries. Thank you.
And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, a ridge of high pressure sticks around for most of the week, bringing fine weather to southern districts, but colder southwesterly airflow and rain looks set to arrive for the weekend. Heading to the top of the South Island. Nice and fine with light winds and 24 up in Nelson tomorrow. Similar over in Greymouth, but with 23 degrees. In Christchurch, we'll get a spot or two of cloud with northeasterlies and 20 degrees. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago. Fine with nor'easterlies up in Ashburton tomorrow. Fine with easterlies in Timaru. Both spots will get up to 21 degrees. While Oamaru can expect some fresh nor'easterlies and a high of 20. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes. Lovely and clear with light winds as we come over here. Wanaka and Queenstown can both expect a high of 25 with light winds. And Alex is in for another great day too with a top temperature of 26 degrees. Heading further south, nice and fine with light winds through here tomorrow too. Expect 23 in both Balclutha and Gore, while the Catlins is in for a 20-degree day with nor'easterlies. And down to the deep south. Fine and cool tonight in Invercargill, dropping to 8 as the low. Now the next 2 days look sunny with scattered cloud, mostly high cloud, and light northerlies. By numbers, expect 23 tomorrow and 24 on Wednesday. And finally, heading to Dunedin. Fine tonight, dropping down to 10 degrees. Tomorrow will be mostly fine and sunny with breezy afternoon nor'easterlies with a high of 20 degrees. And into Wednesday, fine again with cloud at times and gusty nor'east winds. Otherwise sunny and clear, and it's 2 in a row. Expect another 20-degree day. And that's the news this Monday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. And you can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite a pōpō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
Every day the team at Gillian supports grieving families at their time of need, from answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today. If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Drive away your way with 3 incredible offers on the Honda CR-V Adventure Ready range. Choose from 2.9% finance with 0 deposit, third finance, or lease a new CR-V from just $136 per week. These offers are only available for a limited time, so be in quick. From Honda.
Living Well Disability Resource Centre, a not-for-profit charitable organisation and your one-stop shop for information and resources to help you retain independence. We offer a wide range of assistive products from jar openers to mobility scooters and provide assessments for Total Mobility, the half-price taxi scheme. Come and see the friendly team. You'll find us on the corner of George and Bath Streets, ground floor of Burns House.